Ready. Ready.
Yep. Ready? Hi, I'm Arjun. I'm actually here at Yale Medical School right now, having done an elective in pediatric surgery at the hospital. I thought I'd put together this video just to let you know what I did, how my experience was, and what Yale's all about, and why I think you should come here to do an elective. So, right now we're in the Harvey Cushing Library, which most of its contents were donated by Harvey Cushing himself. As you know, he's one of the founders of modern medicine. The place is full of history. It's a beautiful campus. If you have a look, they've got pictures from everybody from Vesalius to Leonardo da Vinci. They've got history just coming out of everywhere. It was an amazing experience coming here on our first day and seeing what it was all about, and really have enjoyed it ever since. But from here I wanted to show you the Harvey Cushing Museum as well. So come with me. So this is the Harvey Cushing Center, and this is where his museum is actually kept. It's an incredible place, and I think it's worth seeing. So here, Harvey Cushing kept every single one of the brains that he removed or operated upon. Every single specimen that he ever made was recorded, and every single record is kept here in this museum. It's a pretty incredible place, and it starts to give you some perspective of what being here or being at Yale is actually all about. There's incredible amounts that you can learn from these specimens, such as seeing bones, affected by serious malformations and steroid diseases. You can really start to appreciate that medicine does have a long history, and you have to really work that into the way that we do things. It's quite interesting. There's actually a book I want you to see. Come. This book here was one of the first drawings made by anybody of the human body in 1543 by Andreas Vesalius. It's incredibly old and incredibly fascinating, but the point that I'm making here is coming here has really opened up my eyes and hopefully your eyes to what you can really do with medicine, and how each generation has its own pioneers. And being in medicine is about trying to find what you can pioneer. And it's not just about following or finding a particular way of doing things. It's about really making your mark and really contributing to what medicine's given you. But I think in saying all of that, I might actually talk a bit about my rotation. So my rotation was quite flexible. It was many long hours. We started at 5 o'clock each day and finished about 6 or 7 p.m. each night. But we were allowed free rein to basically do as much as we were comfortable with. I worked with some amazing doctors, and I've learned many different surgical techniques. I can tell you that on Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and on the weekends, there's surgeries going on in pediatric surgery. I've seen tracheoesophageal fistula repairs. I've seen pyloric stenosis repairs. I've seen pull-throughs for full colectomies and J-pouch creation, which are very specialized surgeries in children particularly. And it really has opened up my eyes to what the pediatric surgery really can be. But I think what I appreciate the most was the commitment and the dedication that all the surgeons, all the consultants, which they call attendees obviously, actually put into your learning. If you want to learn something and you bring it to the table, they will put double the amount of effort that you put in to actually make sure you learn the material and you learn it to the best of your ability. And if you're interested in research, I can say that they're very open to that here. If you do come here to do an elective, they'll be more than happy to have you back here to do research at some point, which could be extremely good for you if you're into research, as well as for your future career as well. So they've been extremely helpful with that, and many other things as well. I would say that some of the drawbacks of coming here are it is quite expensive. It was quite difficult to get here. And the application process can be a bit arduous and can leave you guessing as to whether you'll actually have a place or not. Though the fact that coming to Yale has a free application process, it's very easy to really to really talk to them once you're actually accepted as an applicant. I mean, it's pretty invaluable coming here. I might discuss the cost involved. So basically, with coming to Yale, it costs $3,000 for tuition, which is a lot. Plus, you also have to pay for accommodation and your food on top of that. But yeah, I guess wherever you go, you'll probably have to pay that. Though one thing which I think you also need to factor in is actually your travel here and your travel out of here. It does take a number of days to come here and leave, and you need to really realize that and recognize that that's going to take some time. Though I do have to say that it has opened up my opportunities a lot, and I would recommend people to come here. But yeah, so it's been very exciting and very rewarding as well. But I might actually come and show you something a little bit more interesting now. So he made a cast of his hand. He also, there's actually a photo here of Harvey Cushing and Pavlov. If you guys have done psychology and Pavlov dogs experiments, you'll know him. And they actually met around the time when Harvey Cushing pioneered the electrical knife, or what we call like a coagulation, or electrical cautery. And he actually showed Pavlov exactly how it worked on a piece of meat, and that piece of meat is actually kept and preserved here. So you do see some odd and interesting things here. You do learn that there's a broader history to what we're doing, and you can't discount everything which has happened in the past, because one day will be the past. But you want to make sure that what you do leave behind, you leave behind something which is worth giving. But anyway, I think that really concludes what I wanted to say about Yale. It's a beautiful campus. I mean, all I've showed you really is the library, but the external campus is amazing. The doctors are amazing. The facilities are incredible. They're world class, as you'd expect. But what you do learn is that it's the people who really make it in the end. Yeah, good luck. I hope you do think about coming to Yale in the future, and all the best with your electives. And I hope everybody else had fun at theirs as well. So just one last thing, just a little bit of advice on applying to do electives in America. Applying here, it was a little bit more straightforward than applying other places, but one thing you must realize is always be assertive when you're applying to come to America. If they say not to call when you put in an application, give them a call anyway. Just make sure that they have your name in their minds when you're putting in an application. Because if you really do want to come here, that's the thing which will set you apart. I think it's worth it. I think, it's worth the time and the energy and the money that you spend to come here. But it will be a bit of energy, there will be a bit of time, and it will be a bit of money. So just keep that in mind, and just make sure that when you do start applying, you commit yourself to applying, and you go the whole 9 yards. Because otherwise, you'll waste your time. So I definitely recommend coming here, but just keep in mind that you've just got to be very assertive. I think you'll really appreciate coming to a place like this and really enjoy learning about a different kind of medicine. So again, good luck, and I wish you all well.